Let me share my screen. So we start off like this. We first go through a couple of sentences. Now, again, our intention is not to mug up these sentences. Rote learning या memorization हमें कभी नहीं करना है. But we will go through approximately 35 sentences. These are sentences that, ideally you could use in your emails. While writing an email, आपको काम आ सकता है. There are many times when we are writing an email and then we struggle that how do we put our point across more professionally, how do we say what we want to say in a more polished manner. Is there a better way to say it? Is there a more professional way of saying it? We always struggle with things like that. And of course, we can take help from AI. We do take help from Chat GPT as well. We are able to refine and polish what we've written, but at the same time we should also have these sentences, these words at our disposal, and not always have to rely only upon AI, right? So we'll go through a couple of sentences. I will read them, and once I'm done reading them, I'll get you also to read and repeat them. So while we are not necessarily memorizing them, but regular exposure to a certain kind of language, to certain words, that exposure will automatically lead to its usage as well. So you can call it memorization if you want, although that's not what we are intentionally doing. Okay, so let's begin. The first sentence, pretty simple, nothing to really get confused about. I hope this message finds you well and progressing smoothly with your current priorities. So basically, just a more elaborate way of saying, I hope you are doing well. Nothing more than that. So it just says that I hope this message finds you well and progressing smoothly with your current priorities. Now, the second sentence. Suppose you want to reach out to somebody and you want their opinion, you want their perspective on something. So, this is how we are asking. I am reaching out to seek your perspective on the matter outlined below. I am reaching out to seek your perspective on the matter outlined below. Third one, kindly note that the scope of work has evolved since our previous discussion. So basically, whatever we discussed previously, इसके पहले हमारी जो भी बात हुई हो, whatever work was given, whatever work was delegated, काम पहले से ज्यादा बढ़ गया है. The scope of work, the tasks involved, it has now evolved. Evolved matlab changed. So maybe it has increased or maybe it has simply changed. So if you want to say that कि changes हुए हैं, so basically you can say this. Kindly note that the scope of work has evolved since our previous discussion. Fourth sentence. We would appreciate your timely intervention to avoid unnecessary delays. We would appreciate your timely intervention to avoid unnecessary delays. So, initially into our sessions, we had learned the difference between interfere and intervene. इंटरफियर करने का मतलब बहुत सिंपल था कि आप दखल करो, राइट? यू इंटरफियर इन somebody else's business. It is mostly unwanted. It is mostly something that people do not appreciate. Why are you interfering in my business? But intervene is more of a positive word. Intervene basically means where your interference is required in order to correct something, in order to rectify something, in order to make something go happen better, smoother. So यहाँ पे क्या लिखा है? That we would appreciate your timely intervention to avoid unnecessary delays. On the other hand, whenever you say interference, it becomes a negative word, right? But if you want somebody's help, you ask them to intervene, not to interfere. You ask them to intervene. Fifth one, very simple. Please find the attached document for your review and further consideration. Please find the attached document for your review and further consideration. Next one, again simple sentence but अच्छे से काम आ सकता है आपको. I would like to draw your attention to a few critical observations. So basically હું તમારો ધ્યાન ખેંચવા માંગુ છું. I want to draw your attention to certain things, right? I would like to draw your attention to a few critical observations. Critical are important observations, right? Okay. Then, next one. This is interesting. It's a good way of saying something. The issue appears, ye dhyan dena guys. The issue appears to stem from a misalignment in expectations. So basically what I'm trying to say is that, for example, मुझे स्क्रीन पे कृपेश दिख रहा है तो उनका एग्जांपल लेती हूँ. कृपेश, मेरे और आपके बीच जो इशू हो रहा है वो इसलिए हो रही है क्योंकि हम दोनों के एक्सपेक्टेशंस अलग अलग है. मिस अलाइनमेंट इन एक्सपेक्टेशंस, हमारे एक्सपेक्टेशंस अलाइन नहीं हो रहे हैं. एंड स्टेम का मतलब होता है, ये जो वर्ड है STEM, stem basically means the issue is arising from here. The issue is starting from here. અહીંયાથી ઊભું થાય છે. સ્ટેમ मतलब वो उसका मेन कॉज है. ठीक है, मेन कॉज. सो ये इशू का मेन कॉज क्या है? Our expectations are not matching. So I'll read again.
So,
Yeah,
ma'am,
yeah.
can we use the stem word for another sentences and another situation?
You can use it for anything where you want to show reason why something is happening.
Okay.
In your essay writing, if you want to talk about, what is the main reason that this happens. So, air pollution in urban areas mainly stems from a heavy usage of cars and automobiles.
Okay.
Air
So
pollution
it means
in urban
problem is rising,
areas arising
mhm,
from here, starting from
or
here,
arising from here.
happening because of this. um Diabetes and obesity in today's younger generation stems from our unhealthy eating habits, right? Okay, the issue appears to stem from a misalignment in expectations. Next one, we may need to reassess our current approach in light of recent developments. Simple meaning है, हाल में कुछ ऐसे डेवलपमेंट्स हुए हैं, हाल में कुछ ऐसे बदलाव हुए हैं, चेंज इन सर्कमस्टेंसेस हुए हैं, बिकॉज ऑफ विच आई थिंक हमें अपना अप्रोच बदलने की जरूरत है. सो वी मे नीड टू reassess our current approach in light of recent developments. Next one. So basically we are trying to tell somebody कि जल्दी confirmation दो so that हम आगे बढ़ पाए. So what do we say? Your prompt confirmation would help us proceed accordingly. Prompt is fast, quick, immediate. Your prompt confirmation would help us proceed accordingly. Next one, nothing to explain, but listen carefully. I would be grateful if you could share your availability for a brief discussion. I would be grateful if you could share your availability for a brief discussion. 11th one, there seems to be a discrepancy between the agreed deliverables and the final output. People who are working, you all know deliverables का मतलब क्या होता है. Deliverables basically means आपके workplace पे what is required of you, आपको क्या क्या सबमिट करना है एट द एंड ऑफ द डे, आपके क्या क्या टास्क है जो कंप्लीट होने चाहिए, दोज आर योर डिलीवरेबल्स, राइट। तो यहाँ पे कहने का मतलब ये है कि आपके पास से जो मांगा गया था या जो आपने कमिट किया था कि मैं ये चीजें सबमिट करूंगा, आपने जो कमिट किया था और आपने फाइनली जो आउटपुट दिया, वो दोनों के बीच imbalance है. Maybe you committed much more and you submitted less. So that's what they are trying to say. There seems to be a discrepancy between the agreed deliverables કે તમે કીધું તું આટલું 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 કામ થઈ જશે and the final output, પણ તમે finally કર્યું છે only this much. આ બધી વસ્તુઓ બાકી છે. One final
Ma'am,
time. Yes.
uh, I know deliverables means and exacerbate, but I don't know where I can use or how can I use in essay or email. So how we can
Okay. एग्जैसरबेट
use it.
कहाँ दिख गया आपको?
I'll,
एग्जैसरबेट, हाँ.
I just give example.
Okay, you read. Okay, fine. So deliverables is
Hmm.
basically वही आप अपने वर्क प्लेस पे भी यूज कर सकते हो. That you know, in my office आप कितने घंटे काम करते हो, that is not important to my boss. My boss, he measures efficiency based on our deliverables, कि हम अपना दिया हुआ सारा काम खत्म करते हैं या नहीं करते हैं, उसके ऊपर से हमारी एफिशिएंसी नक्की होती है. भले फिर वो करने में आपको 2 घंटे लगते हो या ज्यादा टाइम लगते हो, राइट. There are many workplaces
Yes.
nowadays which do not micromanage. They don't want to see what you are doing every minute of the day, every second of the day. They are simply more concerned with your deliverables, right?
Hmm.
Okay.
No, I understand your answer, but I want to ask you like uh, whenever I use trying to use in email or essay, so I cannot use in sentence like little bit I am confused like where I can put deliverables or
Deliverables.
uh,
Okay.
yeah like
We
this.
will be practicing around 2 to 3 email writing tasks today. We will be writing also. आज के session में मैंने writing भी involve किया है. So we'll see out of those 3 emails if there is a possibility of using this word in any of those emails, and we'll try to frame a sentence together, right? So when the
Hmm.
time comes to write, I don't know, you're at work, so will you be able to write or not? But if you're able to write, then we'll see how we can use it.
Okay.
Right? Okay.
Okay.
Next one, not very important, ठीक है. We remain committed to ensuring a seamless transition. So transition का मतलब होता है change. Any change is known as transition. And basically seamless का मतलब क्या होता है? I'll explain it to you a little bit visually. आप में से किसी को स्टिचिंग का कोई भी नॉलेज है? सिलाई काम, स्टिचिंग. सो जब हम सीमलेस बोलते हैं, सपोज दो चीजें आके ऐसे जुड़ी है, ठीक है, दोनों जहां पे जुड़ती है वो पॉइंट मालूम ही नहीं पड़ता है, इतना सीमलेस है कि दोनों एक ही लगता है. सो नो विजिबल गैप इन बिटवीन, दैट इज नोन एज सीमलेस. बट लेट मी जस्ट गूगल द एग्जैक्ट मीनिंग. व्हेन वी से सीमलेस, व्हाट वुड इट बी इन गुजराती? स्टिचिंग में तो
Smooth,
सी, हाँ.
smooth,
I am not able to understand. मे बी द गुजराती आई डेंट अंडरस्टैंड. यहाँ पे क्या लिखा है? ये सीमलेस ही दे रहे हैं. सो ओवर हियर सीमलेस में लिखा है जोड़ वगरनु.
smoothly,
वेरी स्मूथली, वेरी नाइस, यस, स्मूथली बेसिकली. एकीकृत, ठीक है, ये तो ज्यादा हो गया. बट आई थिंक जोड़ वगरनु इज वेरी सिंपल. यहाँ पे देखो वस्त्र के लिए बताया है, वस्त्र के पदार्थ माटे सांधा के टाका वगरनु, कि या हो तो भी वो दिखाई ना दे, एकदम स्मूथली. व्हाट तेजस सेड, स्मूथली इज द परफेक्ट वर्ड फॉर इट. So when we talk about transition, change, इतना seamlessly transition हो जाए कि हमें मालूम ही ना पड़े, हमें कोई दिक्कत ही ना आए, हमको कुछ adjust ही ना करना पड़े. Everything just happens very very smoothly. So don't worry, चीजें बदल रही है, but we remain committed to ensuring a seamless transition. All right? Okay. Next, nothing really to explain. I would appreciate clarification regarding the revised timeline. So, say for example, your boss gives you some work, okay? And then he says you can complete this work in 2 weeks. And then he comes to you and then he says, no, I want it done in 1 week. Maybe you go and ask him. I would appreciate some clarification regarding the revised timeline. Like you're basically asking in a polite manner कि ये क्या हो गया? Timeline क्यों बदल दिया? Right? It's not necessarily only for a deadline. You could be talking to a client. वैसे कोई भी चीज में timeline change होने पे आप पूछ सकते हो. I would appreciate clarification regarding the revised timeline. Okay. This is a nice sentence. I've never used one like this. This is to formally acknowledge receipt of your previous communication. Basically, તમે જે કીધું मैं સાંભળ્યું. I acknowledge. हम जो बोलते हैं ना, I acknowledge. This is to formally acknowledge receipt of your previous communication. That's it. नेक्स्ट, हमने ये वर्ड किया है वारंट्स, WARRANT, वारंट, राइट. द प्रपोजल वारंट्स मांगे છે, द प्रपोजल वारंट्स फर्दर इवैल्यूएशन बिफोर फाइनल अप्रूवल. सो इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि ये प्रपोजल को अभी के अभी हम फाइनल अप्रूवल नहीं दे सकते हैं. इसको फाइनल अप्रूवल देने से पहले और इवैल्यूएशन की जरूरत है. The proposal warrants further evaluation before final approval. I'm sure you all have understood. Now, 16th one. We anticipate. Anticipate मतलब expect करके बैठना कि ये तो होगा ही. Sort of धारवू. We anticipate potential challenges if the matter is not addressed proactively. प्रोएक्टिवली क्या होता है, कोई प्रॉब्लम होने के पहले ही आप एक्ट करो. एक्ट बिफोर समथिंग गोज रॉन्ग एंड ए प्रोएक्टिव कहवाए. एंड प्रॉब्लम होने के बाद आप करते हो उसको तो रिएक्टिवली बोलते हैं. दैट इज नोन एज रिएक्टिंग टू अ सिचुएशन. बट प्रोएक्टिवली मतलब सिचुएशन से पहले ही एक्ट करना. दैट्स द डिफरेंस बिटवीन प्रोएक्टिव एंड रिएक्टिव. ओके, सो हम एंटिसिपेट कर रहे हैं कि ये मैटर को अगर प्रोएक्टिवली एड्रेस नहीं किया गया तो शायद कुछ challenges आएंगे. We anticipate potential challenges if the matter is not addressed proactively. Next one, please let me know if any additional context will be helpful. अजी माहिती જોઈએ कि you want to know more about the situation, तो please मुझे बताना. I will give you more information. Please let me know if any additional context would be helpful. Next one, it's basically to follow up. हम follow up करते हैं, right? I am writing to follow up on our earlier correspondence. Correspondence is बातचीत, communication. उसको correspondence बोलते हैं, right? So I am writing to follow up. શું થયું? आपका reply नहीं आया है. What do you want to do next? I am writing to follow up on our earlier correspondence. 19th one. We value your input and look forward to your recommendations. Very simple. We value your input and look forward to your recommendations. Okay. 20th one. The matter has been escalated for internal review. We all know the meaning of escalation. Maybe आप कोई मैटर अपने सीनियर के पास ले जाते हो, सुपीरियर के पास ले जाते हो, something that you're not able to solve on your own, and so you need to escalate it to a higher authority. Maybe a complaint gets escalated by a client. So this matter has been escalated for internal review. Next one. Okay, this is a nice one. I'm highlighting this. We would like to ensure alignment before moving ahead. We would like to ensure alignment before moving ahead. आगे बढ़ने से पहले, we would like to make sure that we are all in agreement. We are all on the same page. We would like to ensure alignment before moving ahead. Next one. I trust the above provides sufficient clarity. So ये कैसे यूज करेंगे? Suppose मैंने आप लोगों को कुछ समझाया, something that you don't understand, okay? You required an explanation. I explained it to you, and then finally I am asking you कि मैंने जो भी आपको समझाया, I trust that उससे आपको clarity मिल गई हो. I hope that. I trust the above provides sufficient clarity. Okay. Next one. Please consider this a gentle reminder regarding the pending action. आपके साइड से कोई काम बाकी है, वो काम कंप्लीट करने के लिए मेरे तरफ से एक जेंटल रिमाइंडर. फिलहाल जेंटल है, अग्रेसिव नहीं है. So this is gentle reminder is something people use very frequently in the workplace. Sometimes I find it a little amusing. Gentle reminder. I don't know. मुझे personally थोड़ा सा funny लगता है. But yeah, please consider this as a gentle reminder. मैं आपको प्यार से याद दिला रहा हूँ कि आपका ये काम बाकी है regarding the pending action. Okay? Next one. We are currently reviewing the implications of the requested change. Implications का मतलब होता है consequences, नतीजे. So currently हम देख रहे हैं कि आपने जो change request किया है, वो चेंज होने पे क्या कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस हो सकते हैं, वो हम फिलहाल रिव्यू कर रहे हैं, देख रहे हैं, डिस्कस कर रहे हैं. We are currently reviewing the implications of the requested change. Next one. The discussion raised several strategic considerations, not very important. This one is nice. I would appreciate your discretion while handling this information. Can anybody tell me what this probably means? Anyone? 26th one. If anybody can try and explain. I would appreciate your discretion while handling this information. Come on, try karo. Is everybody very sleepy today?
I maybe it,
If someone
it,
can
it is
involve
saying
in
that,
this,
yeah.
Sorry?
Go ahead, Tejaswi.
I would appreciate your discretion. So, like, someone would able to involve in this matter.
No, unfortunately, no. Discretion
Okay.
basically means कि private रखना बात को. ये information handle करते वक्त, I would appreciate if you could remain discreet. Discreet is basically to keep it a secret. So professionally, of course, you don't call it secret, but you know it's sensitive information. It's
Like
information.
confidential.
Yes, yes, confidential, correct. यहाँ पे am I spelling it wrong? Wait. The freedom to make a decision, not this one basically. The second meaning, confidential wala. So there are two meanings, ठीक है? Whether you want to give IELTS or PT or TOEFL, that is at your discretion. मतलब you can decide आपको कौन सा एग्जाम देना है. That's basically your choice. The freedom to make your own decision. That is one meaning. But contextually यहाँ पे उसका meaning वो नहीं आता है. यहाँ पे ये वाला आता है कि exercise discretion. मतलब take care regarding what you say and do so that it doesn't cause embarrassment to somebody. So this is confidential, but I know I can rely on your discretion. So basically, something that you handle in a way you handle confidential information. So I would appreciate your discretion while handling this information. Next one, nothing really to think about. The meeting has been rescheduled due to unforeseen circumstances. Circumstances that we could not have predicted. Nobody knew this was going to happen. So, due to unforeseen circumstances, the meeting has been rescheduled. Next one, we request your cooperation in resolving this at the earliest. If you're writing maybe a complaint letter, very simple. The 29th one is also very simple. Please share your feedback at your earliest convenience. Next one, okay, 30th one, let's see. The final decision will be contingent upon management approval. I'll repeat. The final decision will be contingent upon management approval. What does it mean?
Might be this meaning is depends on the management approval, what they decide or do not to do. Like might be
ओके सो फाइनल डिसीजन मैनेजमेंट हाँ बोले या ना बोले उसके ऊपर लिया जाएगा राइट सो बेसिकली आई कांट डिसाइड एनीथिंग यू कांट डिसाइड एनीथिंग फाइनल जो भी डिसीजन लिया जाएगा मैनेजमेंट के ऊपर है वो अप्रूव करे तो होगा वो अप्रूव नहीं करे तो नहीं होगा करेक्ट सो इट्स अ वेरी सिंपल वे ऑफ सेइंग मैनेजमेंट ऊपर छे the final decision will depend upon, will be contingent upon management approval. So correct, Aisha. Good. Next one. Again, if you're writing an apology letter, I regret any inconvenience this may have caused. I regret any inconvenience this may have caused. For some reason, I see that many of you spell the word convenience incorrectly. I don't know if you are amongst them or not, but I've seen many students do that. So if you want to take a closer look, please go ahead and do that. CONVENIENCE. Okay, we are in the process of consolidating all relevant inputs. So consolidate karna matlab jodna, to bring everything together, to collect everything together. So we are in the process of collecting, consolidating all relevant inputs. 33rd one, this matter requires immediate attention from the concerned stakeholders. Now, see, stakeholders doesn't only mean one thing. Stakeholders basically means ये matter से जितने लोगों को फर्क पड़ता है, all people who are affected by this thing, they are all considered to have an interest in that matter. They all have a stake in that matter. Hence, they are all stakeholders. Stakeholders does not only mean people who've put money into something. ठीक है? It's not just that. For example, अगर मैं सेशन के टाइमिंग्स चेंज कर देती हूँ that from now onwards we will start the sessions 1 hour late, then all of you are stakeholders in this decision because it impacts all of you. It impacts me. It probably also impacts a couple of my family members, maybe because वो मेरे दूसरे चीजों को थोड़ा adjust करना पड़े. So everybody who has an interest in that matter is basically a stakeholder. So this matter requires immediate attention from the concerned stakeholders. Next one, thank you for your continued support and collaboration. And last one, please do not hesitate to reach out should you require further assistance. For 1 second, I'll stop sharing the screen. I'll share this document with all of you on WhatsApp right away so that you all can just go through what we've done. Instantly go through करेंगे तो याद भी आपको अच्छे से रहेगा. And while I'm sharing, you all are free to unmute and maybe talk to each other a little bit.
Ma'am, I have one query on that part.
Yes.
Like stakeholder word using for what the person are affected on that part. But I want
Yeah.
to say
Hmm.
कि मेरी जो चीज है उसको सही अथॉरिटी के पास आप एस्केलेट करो तो उसके लिए कौन सा वर्ड एग्जैक्ट यूज होगा?
To the relevant authority, to the appropriate authority. Relevant या तो appropriate is a more fitting word.
Okay.
राइट. ये स्टेक होल्डर इज अ कंप्लीटली डिफरेंट वर्ड. स्टेक होल्डर इज के वो जो भी चीज है उससे जितने लोगों को भी अफेक्ट होता हो ना, वो सब उसके स्टेक होल्डर्स हुए बेसिकली.
और सेंसिटिव कॉन्फिडेंशियल थिंग, तो
हाँ.
वो सेंसिटिव कॉन्फिडेंशियल थिंग, तो वो चीज वहां पे ही हम एक ही वर्ड है या फिर उसको अलग जगह पे वो डाइवर्ट कर, मतलब कोई और एक वर्ड है इसके लिए?
So sensitive and confidential are not always the same. So basically sensitive might mean कि बहुत ही delicate सा matter है, but maybe at the same time confidential नहीं है. People know, but it is sensitive. या तो फिर ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि confidential है, but sensitive कुछ नहीं है. Normally confidential चीज sensitive तो होगी होगी. That's why it's kind of confidential in the first place, right? So they are used together, but they mean different things.
Got it.
Got it?
Yeah.
If anybody has not received the document, please let me know. I'm sharing it with everyone. I've put it in the group. Dhwani should have received it separately. Aisha is already in the group. Um, Everybody else, do you have it? Krupesh, you got it? Karan? Hariom?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, got
Okay.
it.
Those who are traveling by bus or whatever, Nikesh, you have it? Okay. I'll give you all 5 minutes to just go through these sentences. Okay. I'll have some water in the meanwhile, but go through properly. Has everyone gone through? Let me know when you want to proceed with the document. Hariom, any questions? Anything that you may not have understood?
No, ma'am, but this sentence mostly depends
These
on the
sentences, plural.
yes, these sentences mostly depend on the context, right? Like
Yes.
so, like if we don't use it appropriately, then it might decrease the band or not.
I don't think you'll use it inappropriately though, because बहुत specific situation होगा जब आप इसको use करोगे, right? It'll not be
Yes.
something that you'll use very blindly either. You'll only use it when it's really making sense in your particular email. So, if you've understood the meaning of the sentence along with the meaning of every word in the sentence, then I don't see any scope where you might go wrong. And
Oh.
also, instead of mugging up the entire sentence in its entirety, just try to pick up on that kind of language. कि ऐसे type का language, these kinds of words, these kinds of phrases. Then, of course, you can mix and match wherever required. It doesn't have to be the exact sentence copy pasted, right? You won't even
Hmm.
be able to remember it like that.
Yes.
But do go through these sentences 4 5 times more before you actually take the test. उसमें से कुछ भी आपको याद आए, if you are able to use anything in the exam, it will be helpful, right? So make sure to revise it a few more times.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Kaushal, everything is clear? You've understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubts? Any questions?
No.
No. Okay.
Good.
Krupesh,
Yeah.
Meet, how about both of you?
I'm good with the sentences
All right.
because I just go through it and I understand it.
You understood
But let's
everything?
see, once I will write or I will speak,
Yes.
then the sentences might come, might not.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll practice writing today. We'll see how we are
Yep.
able to translate it. ठीक है. Meet, how about you? You already are somebody who possesses quite a good vocabulary. Must have been simple for you.
Yes, ma'am, I'm good with those sentences.
All
Can we say
right.
we do not consume passively, we should consolidate our learning.
Instead of consuming passively, we should consolidate our learning. So passive का opposite active होगा. हाँ बोल सकते हो कि आप जो जो सीखते हो, you should have it in one place. You should be aware of what you've learned. You should consolidate everything. बोल सकते हैं, है ना? ठीक है. Karan, how about you? All good?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I don't see you. It's been a while. How are you doing?
Yep, doing great as well. I'm in the car right now. We'll reach in 5 to 10
Ah,
minutes.
okay, okay, okay. Nilay, you got it all?
Yes, ma'am. I got it.
Okay, fine. Dhwani, how about you? Were you able to understand everything?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any difficulties, any questions?
Uh, no, actually, in some sentences, I don't know the meaning, but I understand it.
You've understood everything, right?
Yeah.
कोई बात नहीं. Great. Aisha, all good? Okay, no problem. Tejas, I feel like you've understood everything. I'll still check with you once. And then, of course, Sailesh, bhai, you seem a little, I don't know, tired today.
I'm not able to understand, ma'am, just one sentence. I
Yeah,
think
yeah. Ask
you
me.
that
Ask me.
Krupesh bhai has raised that question. The issue appears to stem from a misalignment in expectations.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that
Okay. The issue appears to stem from a misalignment in expectations. So ये issue कहाँ से खड़ी हुई, stem कहाँ से हुई, तो या ये issue हुआ क्यों, साना लीधे थयो, तो ये issue हुआ क्योंकि हमारे expectations नहीं मिलते हैं. Maybe you expect more, I am delivering less. maybe I expect more, you are delivering less. Misalignment is basically balance ना हो पाना, right? Balance ना हो पाना, हम दोनों के expectations match नहीं हो रहे हैं, वो कारण है जिसके वजह से ये इशू हुआ है, वो कारण, वो जड़ है, it stems from there.
Oh, got it. Stamp. Okay, got it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think I gave Krupesh a couple of examples,
Yeah.
जैसे कि urban pollution क्यों होता है, right? Urban pollution stems from excessive usage of cars in cities. ત્યાંથી ઊભું
Right.
થવું. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got it.
Sailesh,
Thanks.
how about you? All clear? Okay. Chalo. We'll go ahead. I'll share the screen again. Now we'll move on to some vocab. ठीक है? Here let me see. Simple words है, बहुत difficult नहीं है, but it's been a while since we've done a lot of these words. And कल का ऐसे भी miss हुआ था, so we'll take up a little extra today. I seem to have lost that document here. Okay. So let's try one thing. अपना पहला word है align. So all these workplace people, almost everybody here is a working professional. Align होना, align करना, alignment, ये क्या होता है? What is this word align, align जो इतना use हो रहा है workplace पे? What would it mean to you guys?
Same page.
To be on the same
To
page?
synchronize.
To synchronize, to agree with
Oh,
each other?
to get on common ground.
To be on common ground, to agree with each other, align होना, मिलना, right? मेल होना, ठीक है. Second word, streamline करो, बताओ. I know meaning है आपके सामने, but in your own words, in our देसी words, कोई चीज को streamline करना क्या होता है? ये भी बहुत यूज होता है
If
workplace पे.
something is lacking, you are just putting extra efforts to like increase
Okay,
performance or anything.
ठीक है. Anything
So
else?
streamline to make a process smooth.
Smooth करना. चलो यहाँ पे थोड़ा exactly समझते हैं. What exactly is to streamline? चलो एक तो हम सबको पता है, जो एरोप्लेन्स कार्स के लिए वगैरह होता है ना, कोई भी व्हीकल को वो स्ट्रीमलाइन शेप नहीं बोलते हैं. एरोप्लेन्स आर एयरक्राफ्ट्स आर शेप्ड इन दिस मैनर कि वो लोग हवा को काट के निकल सके. दैट्स बेसिक फिजिक्स, राइट? यहाँ पे लिखा है कि वाहन आदि, टू गिव अ व्हीकल एक्सेट्रा अ लॉन्ग स्मूथ शेप. आप शिप्स में ले लो, एयरक्राफ्ट में ले लो, आगे से पॉइंटेड होते हैं, दैट इज द स्ट्रीमलाइन शेप. ओके, दैट्स वन थिंग. बट हियर व्हाट वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट, somebody said something? No? Okay. The meaning that we are discussing here is that कोई भी process को, कोई भी चीज को, कोई भी work को better बनाना by making it more efficient, by making it more simple, right? सुधार करना, to improve it, to make a process, system or object simpler, smoother and more efficient by removing unnecessary steps, obstacles, efficiency बढ़ाना. What Krupesh also just said, to make it smoother. Okay. Escalate, I think you all know, nothing to explain. Escalate करना, matter को ऊपर ले जाना, बात को आगे बढ़ाना. Raise to a higher authority, that is to escalate something. ये word हमने कितनी बार किया? Mitigate. What do you all remember from this word? mitigate, mitigate.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Re-
What do you remember? Tell me.
To
Reduce
reduce.
risk, something.
to
Okay.
avoid.
रिड्यूस. अब रिड्यूस में भी ये क्वांटिटेटिव नहीं है, गिनती की बात नहीं है, मतलब 10 चॉकलेट के 5 हो गए, वो वाला रिडक्शन नहीं, बट किसी चीज की तीव्रता को घटाना. टू रिड्यूस द सिवियरिटी ऑफ समथिंग इज टू
Not to
मिटिगेट.
resolve, but not
नॉट
to
टू.
resolve, but to meet at like try to reduce at some certain extent.
यस.
Not 100%,
इन
but
कॉन्टेक्स्ट यस
yeah.
आप बोल सकते हो. यहाँ पे देखो गुजराती में वो ही आता है घटाड़वू, हड़वू करवू, ओछू करवू. बट इसका प्रॉपर इंग्लिश डेफिनेशन देखेंगे तो मिटिगेट का मीनिंग आएगा टू मेक समथिंग लेस सीरियस, to make something less painful, or to make something less unpleasant. So I had given you an example, right? You had a headache and then you took a crocin in order to mitigate your headache, उसको कम करना. So उसकी severity को कम करना, ठीक है? To make something, typically a problem or a risk mitigate करना, guys. Mitigating of risk or a negative situation less harmful or less painful. That means mitigate. Spelling देख लेना, mitigate, mitigate. Next word, very simple word guys, implement. अमल करना, right? To put something in action, to implement. This word you all explain to me. अगर आप ये वर्ड ऐसे राइटिंग में यूज कर पाओ, फैसिलिटेट, तो बहुत ही अच्छी बात है. तो मीनिंग भी मुझे आप लोग बताओ, यूसेज भी बताओ. यू कैन ओपन गूगल, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. यू कैन टेक हेल्प. बट कोई चीज को फैसिलिटेट करना.
My
Amit
manager,
bhai,
हम्म.
yeah.
my manager made the process too much facilitated to us.
What would it mean basically?
It means that they make this process damn easier. If
Easier. Okay. Easier से ज्यादा बेटर, थोड़ा प्रिसाइज
Smoother.
मीनिंग आएगा.
Amit bhai has
Smoother.
facilitated these classes.
वेरी गुड एग्जाम्पल. अभी आप लोग के जो कोचिंग क्लासेस चल रहे हैं, अमित भाई हैज ફેસિલિટેટેડ. સો બેઝિકલી એમને આ વસ્તુ પોસિબલ કરી છે. he has made it happen, he has made it possible. So facilitate करना. See when I'm googling, Aisha you were close, it's okay, you were very close. So यहाँ पे सगवड़ करवी, right? That's what it is coming to. But yes, सरल बनावू.
बोलो.
Sorry, Karan,
तो
you've also raised your hand.
Yes, facilitate means arrangement.
Arrangement, yes. So, the way I understand it, to make something possible or to make something easier, facilitate. Let's try and use facilitate in a sentence. If you all have any examples, though. Let's see. I like the first one. Her rise to power was facilitated by her influential friends. The moderator's role is to facilitate the discussion by asking appropriate questions. Cutting taxes may facilitate economic recovery. Let's try and ask ChatGPT to give us a few. Do you all not have any examples?
The internet has facilitated communication
Very
across the
nice.
globe.
The internet has facilitated communication across the globe. Very nice. Anything else? Here are 10 examples with the word facilitate. ठीक है? Good communication can facilitate teamwork at the workplace. The teacher used group activities to facilitate active learning among students. New technology has helped facilitate faster online payments. The manager tried to facilitate a peaceful discussion between the two employees. Regular exercise can facilitate better sleep and improved health. The airport introduced digital kiosks to facilitate quicker check-ins. Her calm attitude helped facilitate negotiations during the meeting. Scholarships can facilitate access to higher education for deserving students. The translator was hired to facilitate communication between the two international teams. And last one, clear instructions will facilitate the completion of the project. Simple. Any questions remaining in this word? Probably not, right? ओके नेक्स्ट वन ये हमने ऊपर किया था डिस्क्रिपेंसी मतलब दो चीजों में कोई डिफरेंस इनकंसिस्टेंसी मैच न होना ज्यादा कम होना डिस्क्रिपेंसी ठीक है अगेन नेक्स्ट वर्ड आप लोगों के लिए है क्योंकि ये वर्ड आजकल हर जगह यूज हो रहा है लेवरेज लेवरेज टेक्नोलॉजी लेवरेज दिस लेवरेज दैट इवन एआई से आप कुछ लिखवाओ तो लेवरेज वर्ड तो एक बार आ ही जाता है व्हाट इज दिस वर्ड लेवरेज दैट इज बीइंग यूज्ड सो फ्रीक्वेंटली बताओ लेवरेज करना मतलब क्या होता है टू लेवरेज
To
समथिंग
do some task by using something.
ओके एनीथिंग एल्स
लीवरेज और लेवरेज में
Yes.
डिफरेंस होता है.
Okay, I think there was a
Yes.
lot of disturbance. Who spoke, Aisha?
यस यस
Yeah, what?
लीवरेज और लेवरेज में डिफरेंस होता है.
एक मिनट ना आपकी आवाज मुझे क्लियर नहीं आ रही है सबको नहीं आ रही है क्लियर ट्राई अगेन
I
आयशा
asked you personally.
Okay, do one thing. Put your message in the chat because I think your voice is breaking up a lot. Anybody else say something so I can confirm it's not just
Yes.
Krupesh,
I
can you
was
give an
saying that.
it's from my end, sorry, not from Aisha's end. Ek minute.
No, ma'am, it is from my end because
Better.
fan is running besides me.
No, but I'm good now. What were you saying, Krupesh?
About the leverage, so it
Yeah.
means take advantage of
Very good.
some technology or something
Anything.
to get
Anything.
to get a information or to get a help.
Very good. Very nice. Aisha, if you
And
could come again, you can answer now.
ma'am, can I come again?
Yeah, you said something.
Yes, leverage means to use existing resource like
Okay.
leverage trading. I can say leverage trading to use my skills for trading.
Okay, fine. Great. ठीक है. That's also correct. आयशा आपको अगर आपका एग्जाम्पल वापस देना हो तो या आप निकल गए हो मीटिंग से
मैम
यस सावन बोलो
मैं एग्जांपल तो नहीं दे सकता बट ऐसा बोल सकते हैं कि अगर हमारा कुछ काम है वो किसी की हेल्प लेके हमको करना हो ऐसा कुछ मीनिंग हो सकता है.
करेक्ट लेवरेज बेसिकली मींस किसी चीज का प्रॉपर यूज करना अपने बेनिफिट के लिए अपने गेन के लिए इंफॉर्मेशन के लिए लर्निंग के लिए अपने काम के लिए टू यूज समथिंग वी शुड लेवरेज टेक्नोलॉजी so that we are able to learn new things to collect information. You should leverage these sessions that are being provided to you so that you can improve your English language communication. Leverage is basically to use something. Okay, so all of you were correct with this word. Next word, viability. बोलो निलय शैलेश आप दोनों मिलके इसका गेस वर्क करो viability.
Viable solution. Possible.
Possible, practically possible,
Practically possible. Yeah.
doable, right? આ તો viable નથી મતલબ it doesn't appear possible, right?
Feasible.
Feasible, correct, very nice. Next we have consensus, agreement. Mostly all of you agree मतलब आप सबके बीच में consensus hai. There is consensus between all of you. That's agreement. Okay. We all know the meaning of clarification, explanation देना. Stakeholder हमने अभी ऊपर किया. All concerned parties are known as stakeholders. Moving ahead, deliverables जो हमने किया, that is expected output क्या है आपका. We will stop here and we will move on to the writing part. Of course, there are many more words. आप देखो अच्छे अच्छे words है. Substantiate है, expedite करना, articulate करना, initiate, transition, benchmark, reiterate, consolidate, concur, prioritize, resolution, tons of really great words that you can use for your writing tasks. But at the same time, I also feel it's very redundant to do word after word after word after word in one session and then hardly being able to remember a couple of them. It's better to do it in manageable pieces, right? But since you all have the document, I of course expect you all to go through it, revise again, do it a couple of more times. Okay? So the teaching part of today's session is over. We'll all go ahead and practice writing together now. I'll stop the recording here. We don't need to record anymore.